Welcome. I'm Verna Joe, Director of Spanish Fork Senior Citizen Center. We've created this program in hopes that you'll find some enjoyment, maybe learn something new, and mostly to connect with you. Please sit back and enjoy.
Ted, hut! Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Present arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, Spanish Fork. It's Heather Lyman, nurse with Aspen Ridge Home Health and Hospice. And seniors, today I want to talk about no one's favorite subject, vaccinations. So there are 4 vaccinations that are really important for people over 65 to have. Number 1 is the PneumovaX. The PneumovaX is a series, it's a 2-step inoculation, and the great thing is once you've got that second shot, you never have to worry about it again. Pneumonia is caused by either a bacteria or a virus, and the pneumonia vaccination is 70% effective at preventing the infection. Number 2 is the flu shot. So the flu shot is a yearly injection. It protects against the 4 main viruses that come with the flu. It's for seniors, the CDC recommends that you get the Fluzone injection. This is a highly advanced injection that has 4 times the antigens that the normal flu shot has. And for you the younger crowd, children are the biggest transmitters of the flu, so it's imperative that they get their yearly flu shot also, just to help try to contain the spread of the flu. And if you've ever had the flu, you know it's way worse than the injection is. Number 3 is the shingles vaccine. Once you reach 60, your chance of getting shingles is much, much greater, and 1 in 3 people are likely to get shingles, and several of those people will develop post-herpetic neuralgia. This is a condition where those nerves that were affected by the shingles virus become damaged, and they just are chronically inflamed, they throb, they burn, and there's really no cure and there's really no treatment for that. So much better to just go get that shingles vaccine and never have to deal with any of that. The downside is, if you've already had your shingles vaccine, you probably need to get it again. In 2020, they stopped using Zostavax and they switched to Shingrix. Shingrix is much more effective. It's about 90% effective at stopping the shingles infection. And the good news is that as of January 1st, 2023, it's free to seniors. So just go get it. The 4th is the Tdap vaccine. This is tetanus, diphtheria, pertussis, or whooping cough. And we used to think that once you had that vaccination, you had a lifetime immunity, but we're realizing that it actually wanes after that many decades. And so seniors really do need to go get a booster for the Tdap. We're starting to have little pockets of whooping cough crop up in communities, and babies are the ones who suffer, but we're the ones who transmit. So really, for the sake of those grandbabies, go get the vaccine, go get your booster. Now you can have a little laugh at my expense. Before I could apply for nursing school, I had to show proof of my vaccinations. And so I went to my old pediatrician's office, he was still practicing, and they said, we keep those records for 30 years, and it's been 31. So I had to go get all of my childhood vaccinations done again. And then several years later, when I decided to work at the hospital, they said, well, we can see that you've had your Tdap, but they've changed the formula since you had it, and we need you to get the updated formula. So I've had them 3 times. I'm the least likely person in the world to give you whooping cough. So I have my vaccines up to date. You should too, because we love you and we want you to stay safe out there.
Hey, Beverly, it's time for some jokes. So put down your phone and tell some jokes.
Well, okay, but some people sent me some funny jokes on my phone, so I thought I'd share a few.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. If you boil a funny bone, it becomes a laughing stock, and that's humorous.
No.
I know, but I thought it was funny.
Yes.
Okay. A new teacher was trying to make use of her psychology courses. She started her class by saying, "Everyone who thinks they're stupid, stand up." After a few seconds, little Larry stood up. The teacher said, "Do you think you're stupid, Larry?" "No, ma'am, but I hate to see you standing there all by yourself."
Wow. Nice thinking, Larry. That's nice.
He was just a nice kid.
Yeah.
And one more. 2 elderly women had been friends for decades. Over the years, they had shared all kinds of adventures together. Lately, their activities had been limited to meeting a few times a week to play cards. One day, as they were playing cards, one looked at the other and said, "Please don't be angry with me. I know we've been friends for a long time, but I just can't think of your name. I've thought, and I just can't recall it. Please tell me what your name is." Her friend glared at her for at least 3 minutes. She just stared at her, and finally she said, "How soon do you need to know?"
I think somebody else forgot.
I think so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's why I call my wife dear and honey and all those things.
Right, that's what we do. When we can't think of somebody's name, we just use some other nice phrase.
There you go.
Okay, let me think. These are some jokes about Southern people.
Oh,
A few.
Southerners, huh?
A senior citizen in Louisiana was overheard saying, "When the end of the world comes, I hope to be in Louisiana." When asked why, he replied, "I'd rather be in Louisiana 'cause everything happens in Louisiana 20 years later than the rest of the world."
Oh, gotcha. A little slow they are.
A little slow.
Yeah.
And here's another one. This is from Mississippi. A young man from Mississippi came running into the store and said to his buddy, "Bubba, somebody just stole your pickup truck from the parking lot." Bubba replied, "Did you all see who it was?" The young man answered, "I couldn't tell, but I got the license number."
Oh, some help that is.
Okay, and one more from, where's this? North Carolina.
Okay, we're picking on the South good
Yeah.
today.
A man in North Carolina had a flat tire, pulled off the side of the road, and proceeded to put a bouquet of flowers in front of the car and one behind it. Then he got back in the car to wait. A passerby studied the scene as he drove by and was so curious he turned around and went back. He asked the fellow what the problem was. The man replied, "I got a flat tire." The passenger said, "But what's with the flowers?" The man responded, "When you break down, they tell you to put flowers in the front and flowers in the back. I never did understand it neither." If they could just speak correctly.
Oh, they are. We have the problem, not them.
Oh, right.
All on us.
All right, here's
I like
one.
the fact we have a soundtrack going on. It's kind of fun.
The sheriff pulled up next to the guy unloading garbage out of his pickup into the ditch. The sheriff asked, "Why are you dumping garbage in the ditch? Don't you see the sign right over your head?" "Yep," he replied. "That's why I'm dumping here, 'cause it says, 'Fine for dumping garbage.'"
Yep, absolutely fine.
Okay. I was actually born in Arkansas, but only lived there 6 weeks, so
So, not much
Yeah.
of something for you, okay.
yeah.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
We'll do more later on.
All righty.
Hi, I'm Carla, and I'm here today from the Wellness Bridge. We are located in the Sports Performance Academy gym off of the Expressway. I'm here to show you a few exercises that you can do at home while in your chair, in a chair. It's best if you have a chair without armrests so that you can move more freely side to side. First, you're gonna scoot away from the back of your chair, and you're just gonna bring your arms up to shoulder height, and we're just gonna twist back to one side, hold for a second, and come back to the middle, twist to the other side, hold, and then just twist back and forth for, you can do 10 on each side, you can do a total of 10, whatever feels comfortable for you. Next, we're gonna do some more core work. We're gonna hold, I like to hold one hand up and put one hand down, and we're just gonna lean side to down and lean down and try and touch, just go down as far as you can, and then switch sides. Going 5 to 10 reps on each side is a good amount. Next, for our legs, you're just gonna bring your knee up, kick it out, bring it back down, in, and then down. Bring it up, kick it out, down, and down. Up, out, in, down, up, out, in, down. That's really good for your hip flexors, and it works your core also. One last exercise that you can do while sitting down in your chair is you can twist side to side, trying to reach those elbows to your knees. If you can't get that far, even just going like this is good. And doing that for 5 to 10 times on each side is a great core workout and something you can easily do in your chair. Once again, I'm Carla, and I'm here to invite you to the Wellness Bridge group. We meet Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10:15 at the Sports Performance Academy located off the Expressway in Spanish Fork.
Hi, I'm Shelly. I'm the activity director at Spring Garden in Mapleton. And today we are just gonna do this fun little craft. And so I was just gonna walk you through that. And then there will be these kits that are available at the Spanish Fork Senior Citizen Center. And so you'll be able to come in and pick them up. So I just wanna go through what is in each kit with you, and then I'm gonna show you how to make one. So it has a picture of the finished product. There are also directions. And then in your kit, get all this stuff out, you will have the pot for the pot of gold. There will be the shamrock, some gold coins, the ribbons that you'll use, and these are the glue dots. So just really quickly, let me show you. You'll go ahead and you'll start off first with your pot, and then the glue dots are just, you just pull them off. They're on the back of nonstick foil. You can just put your little gold coin on there, and it will just pull the glue dot off like that. And then you just place it in your pot of gold, however you would like it to be. Pull these off, stick that on there. So you'll end up with your gold coins coming out at the top. And then next you'll go ahead and take your ribbons. And I like to start with my middle 2 ribbons so I can line it up, because I made one and then my ribbons were skiwampus on one side, so I thought better start in the middle. Again, it's easiest just to take your ribbon and just push that right on the glue dot so you don't have to really have your finger stuck to it. And then just line that up right on the gold coins. So like I said, I'm doing yellow and green first. And if some of the glue comes off on the foil, that's okay. You just pull it right off the foil. Stick that on. And we'll come over here to our orange one. So put that on. And next to our blue. Pull this on here. And purple right there. And then we'll come to our red. So really fun, easy craft. You could easily do it yourself. It's a fun thing to do with maybe grandkids, great-grandkids, kind of a fun little activity. So after you've got all your ribbons on, kind of like this, and then I like to take a piece of tape to hold it down so that I can keep them straight when I'm hooking them onto the top shamrock. So first you're gonna straighten them out, and then I just tape them down. You might need more than one piece of tape or a longer piece of tape, just so they stay straight, because otherwise they kind of curl up when you're trying to hook them on to your shamrock. So however you want that to go. And then you're gonna take your shamrock and it just goes underneath here, and you're just gonna do the same thing that you did before. So take your glue dots, press them on, and you can kind of adjust them here. You can move the tape again, it's just kind of to keep your ribbons straight as you're figuring out where you want them to be. So next glue dot on the yellow one. So like I said, I pulled off one piece of tape, so I'm moving to the glue dot. Just pull that right off, keeping that straight. And then my yellow one. Same thing, just kind of straighten that up as you go. And onto my green. Okay. Move that tape off there now. And if the ribbons aren't exactly lined up at the top, that's okay. They may not be if the bottoms were a little skiwampus, but this is your chance to straighten them and just get them in the length that you want them to be. Come over here and get the blue one. Pull that one on there, and finally our purple one. Pull that off. My purple one's quite a bit longer. That's okay. So when I get to this point, then I have one glue dot left. I take my gold ribbon and I just fold it in half, and then take my glue dot on both of the ends, this, and put it at the top. So then you can see we've got it like this, and then we're gonna take our black cardstock, and I'm just gonna cut that so to size, whatever size I need, so that it covers the remaining little parts of the glue, so whatever I hang it on, it doesn't stick to that. So I put one at the top, one on the bottom, one here across here. And there we go. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you have a wonderful March.
Hi, my name is Valerie Evans, and I teach the senior Zumba class here at the Spanish Fork Senior Center. I absolutely love coming. We have class at 11 o'clock every Thursday, except for the first week, which is Friday at 11 o'clock. We would love to have more people come and join us. We have a blast. Some people think like, I don't know how to dance. It doesn't matter. As long as you're moving your body, that's what's important. So come, move your body, work your brain, and even if you can't come, you can do it with me right now. So this is just a little taste of something that we do at our class, and I would love to have you join us on Thursdays. Okay, we're just gonna bounce a little bit. Okay, then one down, up, down, up.
I have $1 more than I would need to get by. Cause I'm a billionaire if you count every sunrise. We can buy your side and every
Going.
night. If all you had was the way that I love you, you'd have more honey than the honeybees in June. I keep you laughing, keep you smiling, keep your dreams true.
Okay, now we're gonna fly away 4 times to the left. Right, 1, 2, 3, other way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, side step. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, side step. Little bounce. Or you could just step if you don't want to bounce. From the beginning, down, up, down, up. Okay, we're gonna fly away. Switch. Switch for 2. Side steps. 4. 2. Side steps. Beginning. Four flyaways. Switch. 2. Side steps. 4. Switch. 2. Side steps. Fly one more time. 2. Side steps. And a little bounce. All right, so that's an example of what we would do. We would love to have you join us every Thursday morning at 11, except for the first week, which is Friday. Hope to see you there. Bye-bye.
We want more, Beverly. Jokes, 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 jokes.
You're fading out, feet. Okay. These are some Valentine jokes,
Oh,
since
good.
it's coming right up.
Well, or just passed.
Right,
It's
whenever
the
you.
month of Valentine's.
That's right. This whole month will be Valentine's.
Go with that.
Jim asked his friend Tony whether he had bought his wife anything for Valentine's Day. Yes, came the answer from Tony, who was a bit of a chauvinist. I bought her a belt and a bag. That was very kind of you, Jim added. I hope she appreciated the thought. Tony smiled as he replied, so do I, and hopefully the vacuum cleaner will work better. Oh, yeah.
Go to some classes on Valentine's gifts.
Okie doke.
Well, they have the beltless kind now.
I know, this was an older,
Or even a
you know,
bag. Those
I don't know when I got this joke. A couple drove down a country road for several miles, not saying a word. An earlier discussion had led to an argument, and neither of them wanted to concede their position. As they passed a barnyard of mules, goats, and pigs, the husband asked sarcastically, relatives of yours? Yep, the wife replied, in-laws.
In-laws, yeah, okay.
You can tell they were having a little disagreement.
Just a little one.
All righty, here's an interesting one. Bill, a smart and handsome young man dressed in the latest fashion, walked into his local pub. He noticed a woman gazing at him without blinking her big eyes. Phil, oh well, it says Phil here, but it's Bill because I even got that.
Okay.
Bill felt
Maybe
flattered.
he changed his name.
He changed his name because he didn't want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill felt flattered, so he walked up to the woman and said in his deepest voice,
Hi, my name is Bill.
I'll do anything you wish, beautiful lady, for just $100, but on one condition. The woman appeared to be trapped in the moment and asked as if in a trance, "What's your condition?" Bill answered, "Tell me your wish in just 3 words." There was a long pause. The woman opened her purse, counted out the money, handed it to the man along with her address. Then she looked deeply into his eyes and whispered, "Clean my house." That would be my...
There you go, yeah. Now that'd be okay, Valentine's Day.
Right. It would, but this was a stranger. Okay, let's see. A man went to the mall this last week to buy Valentine's cards for his daughter and mother. The 50 feet of displays for hundreds of cards astonished him. He muttered out loud, "I wonder if they have anything for ex-wives." The clerk behind the counter said, "Oh, yes, sir. They do have an X category, but they're in sporting goods." "Really?" "Yes, sir. They're called darts." They're called darts.
They're called darts.
You know what
Yes.
darts are?
Yeah, I know what darts are. I thought they were going to be like targets.
Well, it's probably a target and a dart.
That's good, yeah.
I hope it's a target and not the X. Okay, let's see. Every Valentine's Day, our campus newspaper has a section for student messages. Last year, my roommate Scott surprised his girlfriend Bonnie with roses and dinner at a fancy restaurant. When they returned from their date, she leafed through the paper to see if he had written a note to her. Near the bottom of one page, she found, "Bonnie, what are you looking here for? Aren't dinner and flowers enough? Love, Scott." That was cute.
Yes.
You know how women are. During World War II, my parents had planned a romantic Valentine's Day wedding. Suddenly, my father, then stationed at Camp Edwards in Massachusetts, received his orders to prepare to ship out, and all leaves were canceled. Being a young man in love, he went AWOL.
Oh, AWOL.
He and my mother were married 4 days earlier than originally planned, and he returned to base to an angry sergeant. After hearing the explanation, the sergeant understandably replied, Okay, then it's an afterthought, but don't let it happen again."
That's what she said.
I hope you are, right. I hope they both said that.